Hello, friend. Joe at the office here. Do me a favor before we get started. Please hit the subscribe button. Doesn't cost you a thing, but it helps me out a lot. Thanks. All right. This tutorial is going to cover data analysis, the data analysis tool in Microsoft Excel. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. I have the spreadsheet that has a table here. I've created a sheet that selects all of my leave table, which is quite a few rows, 589, 588. And this is shows what type of leave or vacation, sick time, safety time, comp time that people have, and what the cost is of that time. So their pay rate and based on what we'd have to pay out if they left. So we select this table, right? Select the table. And down here there's this quick analysis tool that pops up anytime you select a group of data, a set of data. So if we click it, we can start formatting just to see what the format would look like. So you have the data bars, and they show actual bars in the liability. There's an issue with the appointment ID. You wouldn't want that to show, but you could fix that. If you want a color code to make it easier to read, there's an icon set, which is pretty cool. Puts an icon in each cell, which is above, in this case, above or below the average. Greater, text, groups text, and then charts. Charts is pretty neat because it offers some options for what you might want to see in a chart. So you could just see that this shows how many, what the balance is, for example, for each of the four leave types in this table. And it'll continue to do that based on different fields. So sum of liability, this is the cost of each. So the highest cost of or liability is for sick time. You can see on these charts. And we'll go ahead and place one. Just place it here. It creates a sheet. It creates the pivot table here. And then you can, of course, edit the chart, the pivot chart, any way you want. All right, so we're still here. Again, we'll click on this quick analysis button, and let's look at pivot tables. So let's skip totals because totals I have a different table I want to look at for that. But this pivot table option in quick analysis will show you. It'll create your pivot tables for you. So it'll show you your sum of your liabilities for each of the four. It'll sum multiple columns for you, and then of course once you place them you can edit what they show, but it's just a quick way to create that pivot table for you so you don't have to go through the steps yourself. Alright, let's go to a different section. I have created a sheet over here. This is daily imports of payment files and payments. So what I want to use this for, same thing, quick analysis here, is the totals, because there's some pretty cool stuff that you can do here. You can sum up your balance at the bottom. You can show averages if it were data that you wanted to use, counts, different types of records. So if you notice on column F, it only shows 13 because those are the values are only in 13 of those cells. Percentages, running totals, sums. So this is the sums on the horizontal. So for the rows instead of the columns. And then you can continue to go over and see how that would work. So you can see. There's also this spark lines, they call it. And it's just a quick visualization of whatever the record is that it's built on. Columns and win-loss. So if you have different type of data in here where you might have negative or positive numbers. You can see win-loss represented here. All right, I think that's it. There's some really neat tools in here that are going to help you visualize your data and show it better. I suggest that you play around with it and see what works for you and look at what your data is. You don't have to select the whole table like I do in these examples. You can just select a couple columns that you're interested in altering, or analyzing. If you don't like to use this tool, there's also the data, whatever it is. This what if analysis is pretty cool too. All right, I don't want to get off on a tangent. So that is the quick analysis tool. It's available in Excel, and it sure has a lot of benefit. Take some time to play with it. Okay, that should do it. If you have any questions or critiques, please leave a comment. And if you appreciate this tutorial, please hit subscribe and like. And always, thank you for watching.